Welcome to the VigorousSteve YouTube channel. I'm Coach Steve, and I'm happy to announce that I'm being sponsored by Gorilla Mind, the supplement company that is co-owned by Derek for moreplatesmoredates.com. I'm sure you guys already follow Derek at moreplatesmoredates YouTube channel. So let's just go over the supplements that I have right here. Let's go over the pre-workout first. I finished it about halfway. So after a few weeks of trying this, I contacted Derek and we worked out a deal where you guys can use my discount code and get a little bit of discount on his supplements. So, Gorilla Mind Nitric. This is the one with sodium nitrate in it and glycerol for very, very good pumps. So, let me give you a little review about this pre-workout first. What I used to do before is I would just go to the gym. You know, I take my my collagen, my gelatin, and then I would do a scoop of agmatine or 1 or 2 tablets of alpha GPC. So this one has agmatine sulfate in it. 1 scoop is 750 milligrams and 2 scoops is 1500 milligrams. So on arm day, I take 1 scoop, and on leg day or quads, hamstring day, and chest day, I take 2 scoops. And on shoulder day and back day, I don't take any pre-workout because I feel my shoulders and back are developed enough. And, you know, I don't give 100% during those workouts, but on the workouts that I do give 100%, this goes a very long way by giving 110%. So arm day, 1 scoop, and chest, quads, and hamstring days, 2 scoops. What I really like about this pre-workout is that it gives you very good pumps, right? I'm on a ketogenic diet, so I always am a little bit carb restricted, which means a lot less pumps. And even though I take a considerable amount of sodium pre-workout, I lose most of that by sweating because I train in a gym without air conditioning, and I'm sweating up a storm, guys. I mean, by the end of my workout, I'm soaked and drenched in sweat, so I lose a lot of electrolytes that way. So basically, whatever I take pre-workout, you know, with my collagen and gelatin and perhaps my agmatine in the past, all the sodium that I take, I'll excrete during the workout. So it gives me a significant pump, but not as much pump as I expected, especially not as much compared to this one. So this one has sodium nitrate, which is, of course, part sodium, part nitrate. Nitrate helps with the vasodilation and lowers the blood pressure a little bit. So you'll notice that during the heavy sets where blood pressure tends to go up, you know, a heavy leg press, for example, or a heavy deadlift, you know, towards the end of the set, your blood pressure goes up a little bit. The sodium nitrate is helping with control of blood pressure. The glycerol helps with pump. And I used to always get that online, but availability was always a little bit tough in Thailand. So I'm happy that it's in here because 2,000 milligrams or 4,000 milligrams of glycerol, it gives you the best pump, especially on a ketogenic diet. It gives you great pump. So I'm very happy that I was able to get this from Derek. He sent it to me, you know, to try. And then later on, we worked out a partnership and a sponsorship deal. So I've been working, every time I get a great pump, every workout, whether I use 2 scoops or 1 scoop or 2 scoops, always a good pump. Now, my problem is I take taurine, and taurine helps to regulate osmotic pressure. So I take taurine for CNS support and to prevent lower back pumps and a little bit of carpal tunnel, you know, because I do take growth hormone. So I take taurine for that purpose, and it helps me to push to and past failure because you get that CNS support. And of course, you know, pushing past failure requires a lot of CNS stimulation. So when taking taurine, you can push past failure, but because it regulates osmotic pressure, you take away a little bit of the pump, which I noticed, you know, in a couple of days I tried Gorilla Mind Nitric with taurine, and a couple of days I tried it without taurine. The pumps without taurine were better. But I can get more reps with taurine. So this is a little bit of a trade-off, and it has nothing to do with this supplement, but just whatever extra supplements I like to put on top. So for you guys that like to try this product, give that a try. Try this with and without taurine and see if you notice a difference. I notice a difference. If you want to put it in a percentage-wise, it's maybe 10% less pumps. And I doubt you will feel it when you're on carbohydrates because, of course, you know, when you're working out on carbohydrates and the metabolic waste products and the muscle separation with water and electrolytes, when you have a decent amount of glycogen in your muscle, I doubt you will notice a difference. But I notice a difference, but, you know, I've been training for 20 years, so I should be noticing a difference every little adjustment I make, right? Last ingredient that I really like is creatine. I haven't used it in years, but I'm very, very surprised at how full and round I am. I'm holding a little bit of water around the waist and, you know, a little bit towards the later in the day because I train in the morning. So I take, you know, between 2,500 milligrams or 5,000 milligrams of creatine a few times per week. So 4 times a week. And other days I take a pre-workout, you know, because I take pre-workout in the morning. I notice toward the end of the day, you hold a little bit more water than usual because of the creatine, which is also a trade-off. You know, if you're a little bit vain about this, it might not be suitable, or you want to take the pre-workout later in the day, not too late, because the agmatine might, you know, prevent you from falling asleep. But if you take it later in the day, you don't notice the side effects of the creatine. Again, it's always a trade-off. You know, for me personally, I don't really care. I like to train in the morning, get that out of the way, get all my aggression out the door, get my anabolism in return. Then I get my meals in and get all my work done. And of course, the rest of the ingredients help with stamina, endurance, and the preventing of, you know, buildup of metabolic waste products. So you can have less soreness and a few more reps. So that's the citrulline and the nitrocg, which is isomaltol, ornithine silicate, and the Vasotrive AP, which is amino acids. So, great product, guys. Give it a try using my discount code below. And let's go over the 2 nootropics that I got from Derek, which is the Gorilla Mind Smooth and Gorilla Mind Rush. I prefer Smooth. Why? Because this one has caffeine, and I get my caffeine from coffee because I enjoy the taste of coffee, especially in the morning, because that sets me on the right way for productivity. So the main difference between these two is the Gorilla Mind Rush has caffeine and a little bit more theanine, 150 milligrams of theanine, whereas this one only has 100 milligrams. So this one is a little bit smoother, just like the name implies. And then I can take a coffee whenever I want. Now I combine this with my pre-workout. 1 or 2 scoops of this one. And 3 tablets of this one. I've never tried 6 tablets, which I might try in the future. But since I always combine it with the pre-workout, the Gorilla Mind Nitric, the agmatine, and the alpha GPC, that's a lot of nootropics, which, you know, I burn through reasonably fast during the workout. And then, of course, the DMAA and the agmatine lasts a little bit longer, you know, for the choline support in the brain. And the Huperzine A helps to maintain the choline levels in the brain. Now, I noticed for myself that I can't take Huperzine A daily. So that's why I only take this one 3 times, 4 times a week. And it's usually on the days that I take the pre-workout. So I combine this one with the Gorilla Mind Nitric. On those days, I'm very, very focused and make sure I get all my work done, even though I had a awesome, intense, crazy, insane workout in the morning. As long as I get a nap around 2 o'clock, I'm totally fine and productive. So with this Gorilla Mind Smooth, because of the Huperzine A, I don't want to take that every day because I notice you get a little bit of choline saturation if you after 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I take it every other day or maybe 3 times a week. On the other days, I take modafinil. So let's go by every other day approach. One day modafinil, it's only 50 milligrams, not 200 milligrams, way too much. I never understood why people could take so much modafinil. It's a crazy dose. One day 50 milligrams modafinil, and the other day 3 tablets of Gorilla Mind Smooth. Modafinil, Gorilla Mind Smooth, etc. Just let's say we alternate. Yeah, sometimes I take the Gorilla Mind Smooth 2 days in a row. The Huperzine A helps to maintain the choline levels the next day while I'm taking modafinil, and the theanine actually helps to take the edge off a little bit, because I found that modafinil, if you take that every day also, it becomes a little bit intrusive. Even at a low dose of 50 milligrams, you feel a little bit forced to work. It's basically the easiest ways to describe it. So you have a lot of stuff to do. Take modafinil, coffee, you get to work, or you do a workout first, then you get to work afterwards. And then towards 4 o'clock, it starts to feel a little bit forced to work. And I usually take a nap and sleep it off, which you can still sleep on 50 milligrams modafinil, is no problem. Then I take, maybe I take coffee at 2 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock I take my nap. With the theanine from the Gorilla Mind Smooth, I don't get that intrusive effect anymore on modafinil, which is great. And I noticed it after a couple of days. Why is it so much milder? Basically, it's the only way to describe it. Milder. You're still 100% productive, but you don't feel forced to work, basically. Like, you know, like a typical Racetam or an Adderall or a Ritalin or, you know, or a high dose of modafinil, where you just feel like, yeah, I mean, it's still stimulant, right? So, by taking this one, it takes the edge off a little bit, which is great because now you're more productive and you don't feel as forced to work, making you feel more relaxed. It's very difficult to describe, basically. Anyway, enjoy the combination, especially the alternating approach. Now, personally, I don't take the Gorilla Mind Rush as much because of the caffeine, and I prefer to take the caffeine from a coffee compared to taking caffeine in supplemental form. The main difference is that this one has a little bit more theanine, and you know, because it has the caffeine, this one has a couple herbal additives, herbal nootropics like a lion's mane and a canna. So I prefer this one. Feel free to give both a try. If you combine the Gorilla Mind Rush and the Gorilla Mind Nitric, that's a legendary workout. I will say that. You will need to take a 2-hour nap after that. Not because you crashed, but because your workout was so intense and you really pushed past failure and then some. So I'm happy to be on board. I hope international shipping will open up reasonably soon. I mean, due to the pandemic, international shipping takes forever. So the first package that I got from Derek took, man, 1.5 months. It took a very long time, and it has nothing to do with them. It's just that, you know, the pandemic and restricted air flights from the States to Thailand. And after trying the supplements and the nootropics for a while, I contacted Derek and we worked out a sponsorship deal. So now you guys can use my discount code Vigorous for 10% off in case you're interested in trying some of the supplements yourself. You can find my discount code and links to the Gorilla Mind website down below in the description field. And if you see this bottle subliminally placed in some of the workout videos, now you know why. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.